Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me on this video of my studio breakdown of my cover of Waving Through a Window off of the Dear Evan Hansen soundtrack, the amazing musical that it is. So let's jump right in. So first things first, again, I always use Pro Tools. It's just my baby. I have to use it. But this is the session right here. I've got my piano up top and then my vocals here. And then you scroll down, there's different effects that I have. I have a reverb and delay. And then everything goes through my master bus. So if you don't understand what's happening, no worries. But if you do and you're interested, again, ask me questions. I would love to answer them because I love doing this. But here we go. So here's the piano track. And pretty much when I was doing the piano track, I just tried to copy as much as I could the original track. I thought there was just it was just done so well, and it's written so greatly because the song is about being very vulnerable, being honest about who you are. And I don't know, for me, it felt like the music really embodied that. So here's the piano. I'm gonna mute my vocal tracks real quick. Here's the piano. Just have reverb and delay on it. Verse 1's right here. So it just kind of repeats itself. The pre-chorus. Chorus actually. So that's how the piano sounds, which is great. I love the way it sounds. For any of you audio engineers out there, I actually added this plugin called R-Bass. It allows you to, it helps a lot with like bass and bring out the bass in the instruments. Then I've got my vocals here. Let me solo them for you guys. This is the first half of the song.
I've learned to slam on the brake before I even turn the key, before I make the mistake.
So that's no effects.
Before
just dry vocals.
Worst of me.
With effects.
Give them no reason to stare. No slipping up if you slip away. So I got nothing to share. No, I got nothing to say.
So with the effects I have reverb and delay, and I've done this thing that I learned actually on Instagram. Everything kind of is bussed out, so again, if you don't understand what's happening, it's okay. But everything gets their own bus, and so I compressed my vocals, or I compressed my effects. That's something I've never done before. I compressed all the effects so that they kind of get a little bit thicker, and they're not so so open. The beauty of doing that is that it makes it kind of more concentrated so that you're not raising the overall level of the entire track through like your reverb and your effects, but it just concentrates it. So I'll give you kind of the bigger part. You can kind of hear where the effects take it.
As you learn on the outside, always looking in, will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass. I'm waving through a window. I try to speak, but nobody can hear. So I wait around for an answer to appear while I watching people pass. I'm waving through a window.
And then it goes into a key change, which is really fun because I don't really get to do key changes that much. But I'll show you what it sounds like just with the vocals only.
Make a sound that I even make a sound. It's like I never made a sound. Will I ever make a sound? On the outside, always looking in. Will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass. I'm waving through a window.
Hi.
I try to speak, but nobody can hear. So I wait around for an answer to appear.
I like this note.
I watching people pass. I'm waving through a window.
And then the very ending is like this super climactic thing, which I only did I think twice because I couldn't sing anymore after it, but it gets really up there. But I'll show you.
Back at me. Is anybody waving? Oh.
So that's the vocals soloed, and then I'll just show you kind of just the very ending, that pre-chorus, or that ending chorus, what it sounds like all together.
On the outside, always looking in. Will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass. I'm waving through a window. I try to speak, but nobody can hear. So I wait around for an answer to appear while I watching people pass. I'm waving through a window.
So yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. The reason why I wanted to cover this one was because I've actually, my good friend who, weirdly enough, he just messaged me, AJ Raphael, he told me about the music for Dear Evan Hansen last year when him and I were covering an Ed Sheeran song, Castle on the Hill. And he showed me this song, and I was just blown away because this type of music I just love, and the fact that they put like contemporary music into a musical was just awesome. And so I instantly fell in love with the song, and then I always wanted to cover it, and obviously we're here like a year later after the musical won the Tony and all this stuff. But I just felt like, you know, it would be a good time to do it, but also just the message of the song. Literally, like, the lyrics are incredible. They're heartbreaking, but it's just about this guy who is, you know, kind of anxious, pensive, but just because he doesn't have confidence in himself. And I think a lot of times we struggle, you know, just being human and being vulnerable, being us, being like the real, authentic, true selves that we are. And this song is kind of about that journey, about like getting through that. So I wanted to sing it. I was really, really happy with the way that it turned out. I felt very confident singing it too. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for being here on this studio breakdown of my cover of Waving Through a Window from the soundtrack of Dear Evan Hansen. But thanks you guys for all the support, and let me know any questions. I'd love to answer them, and I'll see you soon.